Welcome to Let's Play Live the Robot Chapter Part 6. I'm your host, Staten, and if you know what's happening, welcome back. If you don't, too bad. Go back and read the thread and watch the previous videos. The robot is looking for Kirk's corpse. He's assembled an investigation team consisting of the three of the four remaining crew members. Corporal Darth uses that little ounce of common sense he's been given to say that maybe we should contact the deceased girlfriend about the suddenly missing corpse that we left in an unsecure room where anybody bereaved enough could take it. Oh, and what do you know? She's cackling, insisting he's asleep, and offering to bake him cookies so the dead boys will like us. Here's a little hint for you neckbeards out there. If a girl bakes you cookies, I don't care what kind of charcoal briquettes she presents to you. You eat them and tell her that they are delicious. Just common sense, common courtesy, and honestly, if she bakes you cookies, she's yours. So did he just like smack her on the back of the head? Because that's hilarious. I mean, despite what they tell you in school, violence against women is funny. Just another thing our public school system utterly fails us on. Yes, Huey thought that committing an act of premeditated murder would make you get back together with him. This is a spaceship, not my space. Got an email from your dead boyfriend, who's lying right next to your computer, telling you to jump out of the airlock, basically. Maybe he didn't send that email. You know, that might be a little crazy for me to say, but you know, it just doesn't seem to me that your boyfriend, even dead, would write you an email telling you to jump out the airlock. The robot, as usual, struggling to keep up. Something I noticed about the narrative of this chapter is there's very little interaction. You know, you're not doing the normal thing where you're more proactive. He's a very reactive kind of robot. He's more just a witness to the human drama bomb that's exploding in slow motion on this boat. Stop this foolishness, you'll die. Stop trying to reason with her. She's a girl. They don't have reasoning. This is just silly. I'm telling you. Even the robot knows that girls lack the logic cortex, or whatever it is that makes logic happen. I'm just being mean. Just being mean. Because I'm good at it. On exiting the airlock room, the robot hears a series of strange sounds. What could that be? I better investigate, because I'm just a little robot. Creep forward very slowly. It's scary. It's scary. Alright. Nothing seems to be around here. Let's check on the behemoth. And it's gone. Now, call me old-fashioned, but if something called the behemoth busts out of a cargo container on a spaceship, I expect it to leave... Oh god, there it is! I expect it to leave a big hole in the side of its cargo container where it busted out. Stop. No. Better go tell the only crew member with any sense about what happened. Oh, and Rachel uses the brief distraction to open the airlock. Stupid robot, this is all your fault. You'll be the first to die. Kato shows brief concern for his creation, only in so much that he's worried that it's broken and won't be able to make him coffee anymore. You know, in fiction, whenever someone tells you to think rationally, they are so wrong about whatever they're telling you to think rationally about. That's just the way it works in fiction. reality, the most boring answer is always the correct one. Alright, this is a little plot hole that I don't particularly care for in this story. This giant alien thing, it's called the Behemoth, but they lose it in the ship, which is only about 3 floors. Like, there's room for something called the Behemoth, which, by all accounts, should be freaking huge, to bash around inside the ship. It shouldn't even be able to fit inside most of the corridors. It shouldn't be going anywhere. Now everybody's concerned about what to do, and the robot decides to do the only thing he really knows how to do. Everybody's like, go around, robot, get experience, go out and see the world and learn about being human or whatever. And it just comes down to making coffee. It's a lot like my sister's trip to college, actually. Went through all that, spent all that money, makes coffee. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that apparently everybody... Oh, never mind. We've got a communication from the captain. Huh. That would be exactly what he said last time. And looks like Darth's onto something here. There's something else going wrong. And he's looping now. Looks like something bad's happening. In Corporal Darth's opinion as a military professional, he's screwed. And the girl does what girls always do in these kind of scenarios. Runs off in a panic by herself over something that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You can also see this particular move in the remake of Day of the Dead and several other movies. Did I say Day of the Dead? I think I meant Dawn of the Dead. I can never remember which one is which. They all have of the dead. Anyway. I decided to save the game because it turns out that from this point forward, the Behemoth can attack and kill you. I found that out the hard way on one of my attempted recordings of this chapter that got messed up because I got killed and forgot to save it. Kato finally decides, after standing around for like 5 minutes, that they can't just let them wander about the ship unguarded and better help. And the inevitable did occur. Huey sustained serious injury while protecting Rachel from the alien. They both look pretty hurt. Well, you know, this is what happens. I wish that more often in these kind of scenarios they just let the girl run off to her death, because anybody who goes after her to try to help her is just going to get killed. And he's dead. I bet he made it sound like yeah when he died. Why? Because I hope when I die I get to make a sound like that. That's why. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's sad. Get her into the stasis capsule. Good plan. Good plan. With just one flaw that I'm not going to spoil for anyone at this point, but if you figured out who's causing all this trouble on the ship, you probably know what the problem is. Now, while they're taking care of the injured and the dead, they want the robot to go get the security password for the captain's quarters because they need to get in there because there's something wrong. Now, before I do that, I think I'm going to save, and we're just about out of time for this chapter. Thanks for watching, and I think this is going to be the first one I've done without an abrupt cutoff. Goodbye.